How's it going? Out here working on my game. Working on some wedges at the moment. Hitting some 50-yard wedges at the moment. Working on that distance control. Money. The open was interesting. This morning, still a couple groups still finishing, but I don't know who's gonna end up pulling it out. I got a poll going. If you'd like to vote in the poll, who do you think's gonna win it? Working on some wedges. They had some tough conditions today at the open. It was quite interesting, to say the least. Early in the day, it seemed like it kind of got easier. But later in the day, the winds kind of died down. That's helped some of the later tee times today. Honestly expected Tiger to play a little bit better, but he has struggled today, to say the least. Last time I looked, he was 6 over, and that's not gonna cut it, for sure. Needs to probably shoot a couple under tomorrow to make the cut. I feel like the cut's gonna be somewhere in the 5 to 7 over range, and I think he's gonna finish about 6, 7 over, so he's gotta shoot even or better. Thanks for the votes in the poll. Really appreciate it. Let's look at what y'all are saying. Most people are saying Shane, few on JT, some on Xander, and a lot on other. Thanks for the votes, guys. Vote and then like the stream, that'd be much appreciated. Roy had a very tough day today, to say the least. I really thought he was going to respond after the US Open, but he did not respond, that is for sure. But I'll tell you one guy that played really well today that was a little bit of a surprise. That was definitely JT. I think if JT is confident, he'll have a really good shot at winning this week. I haven't seen JT as confident as he was today, probably since he won the PGA a few years back. Whenever you have a player that good, he gets confident. Sky's the limit. Also, another guy who played pretty good that hasn't played great of late, Spieth played pretty well. probably gonna finish around even, a couple under. Last time I looked, that's where he was around. Sorry about the wind, it's a little windy out here where I'm practicing. Just working on some wedges at the moment. Trying to see if any more of y'all have voted. Yep, many more have voted. A lot of people on Shane and JT. People that don't like Xander. And then, obviously, a lot on others. Yeah, Aiden, what's the $200? How do I make the 200 bucks? Tell me in the comments. How do we make the 200 bucks? Aiden, you wanna tell us? One of my favorite guys, or one of my favorite golfers, had a tough day today. Ricky did not play very well at all. I was hoping he'd play a little better. Started very, very rough. Went double-double on 2 and 3. Ricky did. And that just kind of dashed his hopes, I feel like. Him and Roy are in the same situation. Shoot a high 70s round like that, and it's just tough to come back from. Not sure if any of y'all saw, but there's an amateur that played very well today. He teed off early. He's even, Colum Scott. I've actually played with his older brother before, Sandy Scott. Great family. Rooting for him, for sure. Yeah, but should be an interesting week, I believe. I feel like the key for JT is to continue just being positive and trusting himself. Like today, he said in his interview that he's just playing his game, playing for himself, not really looking at the leaderboard. I think that's a really good mindset for JT this week. Just play how he wants to play, not worry about anything else. I think that'll really help him. If he can do that, I believe he can win. Something I saw that was quite interesting was DeChambeau, U.S. Open champion, struggled mightily today. He said in his press conference that he couldn't overpower the golf course. I feel like when he said that, that kind of takes away some of his ability to win. And due to that, he shot over par today. I think last time I looked, he was 6 over. I'm not sure where he exactly finished. I know he made that big eagle, that really kind of kept him in it. But other than that eagle, rough day for him, for sure. See if any more boats have come in. Oh yeah, we got a lot more boats. Go back here, let's see. Yeah, still Shane leading. A lot more people on other now, less people on JT now. Yeah, 42 votes. Thanks for the votes, guys. Love to hear y'all's opinions. Xander better, yep. Got a Xander fan in here. Xander's biggest help is he's just so even kill. He had a shot earlier today, like 10 feet. Didn't even watch it land. He just hit it and walked. He knew as soon as he hit it that it was going to be good, so he just went a walking. Yeah, he has that on his side. Just being so even kill. Also, Xander's very good at getting out of trouble. So that really helps him in the open whenever you get into the fescue and the tall grass. Really makes a difference. Okay. Hit some balls. Now I gotta go pick them up. Working on the wedge game today. If you're watching right now, you're just gonna see me and my face for a while because I gotta pick up all these balls. But I'll keep talking about the open. Sorry if the wind's kind of, you hear the wind more than you hear me. It's really windy today. But yeah. So yeah. We got a poll going down at the bottom there. You wanna vote? Tell me what you think about the open. Who's gonna win it? Or who will continue to lead, at least. Some of the big hitters already kind of out of it almost. I mean, don't ever want to count out anybody, but Shambo and Roy both had tough days today, especially for their standards, especially Roy. So I know he finished at 7 over. And that is not gonna cut it if you're trying to win majors. And a lot of people are going to say it's because, oh, that putt at Pinehurst is weighing on his mind. I really don't think that's it. I honestly just think he had a rough day today. May have a little bit to do with the putt at Pinehurst, but I don't think that was really the main cause of it. I think he's gotten that off his mind, but some do not agree. But yeah, what about Shane Lowry? Obviously, he's won the Open before, so he knows how to get it done, but he's playing very well this week. Striking the ball very well. He's had a couple good breaks when he's hit a couple wayward drives, but all in all, very solid so far for him. I'll tell y'all my pick in a little bit. I originally picked Oberg to win it, but he also had a rough day today, which I hated to see because I'm a big Oberg fan. Like his demeanor and just what he's about, but yeah, he had a rough day. So that kind of stinks for him, but back working on the wedge game. We're gonna hit a little bit different type of shot now, hitting a little 30-yarder. Just working on distance control. These are shots you'd have like on a par 5 or just honestly like chips if you get in trouble off a drive on par 4s. Cars going by on the road next to the range. But now, yeah, let's talk about Oberg. Teed off early this morning, or mid-morning there. He obviously didn't have the best part of the draw, but all in all, kind of a tough round for him. Tough draw, tough round. But I do think he can bounce back. I think he'll have a little bit better weather tomorrow. That should help him. We shall see, though. Another thing I want to talk about is who's excited about the new college football game. Obviously, it comes out officially worldwide tonight at like midnight or something, somewhere around there. I can't wait to play it. Obviously, I remember playing the original, or the last one that they made, which was 14. I've played that game basically my entire life. I was like 6 when it came out, so that was the first video game I ever played, was that NCAA 14. So can't wait for the new one to come out. Another guy who played very well today. I'm pretty sure that he had to go through open qualifying to make the open, but that's Justin Rose. Had a very solid round today. I believe he's even or 1 under. Also Adam Scott, both the old guys having good days. Adam Scott finished at 1 under. Both of them having solid days like that means the course suits people who you don't have to hit it a ton, obviously. DeChambeau said you can't overpower it, so with older guys like Rose, Adam Scott up kind of in contention, means that the course isn't just a long ball paradise. This morning I had a stream watching the Open live, reacting to it. If you'd like to go check that out, you can rewatch it. Or if you'd like to watch tomorrow, I'm gonna have another one on round 2 tomorrow morning. I'll be watching it live while playing golf, actually. That'll be interesting. Watch the later groups live while playing golf. Should be a fun little idea. I think some people will enjoy reacting to the Open as I play golf. Right now I'm just working on some wedges, talking about the Open and all of its storylines. Little trivia for y'all. If you know the answer, Yeah, a little trivia for y'all here. If you know the answer, you're obviously a fan of golf. How many times did Bubba Watson win the Masters? Tell me in the comments if you know, or if you want to guess. Many people do not know this fact. He's a lefty just like me, so it's always my go-to trivia question. You would think more people would know it, but I've actually found that less people know it than you would think. Let's see if we have any changes to the poll. We have 46 votes now, so not many more have come in, but 39% of y'all have said Shane will win, 22% JT, 15 on Xander, and basically 24% on others in the field. So that is a very interesting poll to follow. It's actually one of my favorite courses that is in the rotation that they're playing the Open at this week, or this year. I think it's one of the more challenging ones. Obviously, a lot of people say St. Andrews, which obviously very famous course, and I love St. Andrews, but I think St. Andrews is a little easy for the modern day pros, especially the last time it was there with like 20 under, I think, won it. I think this week, I think the winning score will be like 8 to 12 under, somewhere in there. We'll win it all. And that's going to be JT. I know a lot of y'all do not agree with me in the poll, but I believe that JT is going to get it done this week. Win his first ever Open championship. We got anybody in here that has ever went to the Open? Anybody watching that's ever been and watched the Open at the course live? Anybody? Another thing I want to talk about, I think is an interesting topic, is should Tiger continue to try to play in all the majors? I think it's very cool, especially for the younger players who are just becoming pros, or the amateurs that are like 18, 19, getting to play against him. Very cool since they grew up watching him, but I think he's getting to the point where I don't know if he's going to be able to ever compete in a major again. I think he'll be able to compete at the Masters, and that's about it. Everywhere else, I just don't think his body can hold up. The Masters, I think his body can hold up, but the Opens, usually tough conditions, which when Tiger was in his prime, he owned tough conditions. If it was tough conditions, he was the guy he was the guy that week. But with the Open, usually having pretty tough courses to walk as well, makes it tough on him. And like this week, he's hit the ball at the tee very well so far in this Open championship, but if he gets in the fescue, I don't think he can muscle it out of there like he did when he was 25. Just because of how injured and old his body is. A little fun fact, he actually lost like 20 pounds, I saw, to try to make it easier on his body, but still 6 over today, I think. That's just not gonna win you Opens, and definitely not gonna win you Opens, and probably not even gonna make the cut. Which is kind of tough, obviously, for him, but also he does take away a spot that somebody else could be in. But I understand that he's one of the most influential players the game has ever seen, and the second best all time behind Jack Nicklaus. So it's kind of hard not to put him in the field. But I just wonder how much longer they'll keep him in the fields for all these majors. Antonio, or Anthony, or whatever your name is. I am actually 15, about to turn 16, so there's the answer to that question. Again, just reminding all y'all, I will be live streaming in the morning, watching the Open live. So if y'all want to hop on and listen to my commentary and my reaction, y'all can hop on. I think I'll be starting about 6:30 or 7. Haven't quite decided what time, 6:30 or 7 a.m. Central Time. So if y'all want to tune in, y'all can listen to my reactions live. Also did it this morning. People seem to really enjoy it, so figured I would do it again for the second round. But gonna hit one more round of wedges, and then that'll probably be the end to this practice podcast live stream thing that I'm doing here. Not really sure what to call it, but figured people would like it. Just get on here, listen to somebody talk about all the topics of the Open Championship and discuss it. If y'all wouldn't mind, give the stream a like or a love or something. It really helps the algorithm spread it to more people, and only makes me talk and stream for longer. Hit one more bucket of balls here with the working on wedge control, distance control, and then probably be done with the wedge and may move on to something else. Got a car coming by on the road next to us, so you're gonna hear that. But talk about the Open one more time. Obviously you got Shane, JT, Xander all up at the top. And got a poll going. Y'all can vote who y'all think's gonna win it. You got three. So you got Shane, JT, Xander, and then you have the field. Obviously the field would be your best bet probably, but I think JT has got the game figured out, and I think JT is gonna prevail. That's my pick at this point, at least. I think as long as JT can stay out of his own way, keep the putter in a good place, he will have just as good of a chance as any of the other two of taking home his first claret jug. It's crazy to me that JT's only won, I think, 2 majors. I feel like he's been very relevant for a long time. But him and Roy kind of have had the same thing, early success, and just have struggled as of late, especially Roy. And obviously more struggle for Roy today, shooting a 78. That's just not the way you want to start an Open Championship, putting yourself 10, 11, 12 shots back after the first day. Just a long way to claw back. And I don't even know if it's honestly possible for him to claw back. You don't ever want to count anybody out, but it's going to be very tough for Roy to bring it all the way back. Right now hitting like 60-yard shots here. Working on distance control. How many people? We got 7 in here right now. At one point we had 25, so if we could get that back up, if y'all want to share it with friends, family, it'd be amazing. All it does is help me out and make me want to continue to talk about all the different topics in the golf world. Obviously, so far this week, mainly PGA guys at the top of the leaderboard. Haven't seen many, if any, of the Live guys up there at the top. I know DJ had a pretty good start. Not sure how he finished his opening round, but Shambo, which has been the lead guy for the Live as of late, had a tough round. Pretty sure Koepka was like 1 or 2 under. So obviously he's in contention, but other than Koepka and DeChambeau, Liv has never really had anybody else in extreme contention to win or ever won a major. Something I'd like to see is the Liv and the PGA come back together, or just the Liv be done and the PGA just get all their guys back, because obviously the PGA is always going to be the premier tour in the world just because of the competition. Just to get on the PGA Tour is hard enough. To be on it, to have your card for 10 straight years, like all them big time guys have had, is just really remarkable how high of a level you had to play at for so long. But yeah, I'd really like to see the game come back together. It would just be good for all parts of the game. I think if the game was more unified, obviously it would grow the game better. And I think the players that are on the Live would probably be even better players if they played on the PGA Tour week in, week out. Like DeChambeau, he basically said that in the Live events, he's just testing things out for the majors, because The majors are obviously his primary focus because that's where he's getting obviously all his fame and all his world ranking points to be on things like the Olympic and the Ryder Cup team all come from majors, because that's the only events he plays in that are ranked by the world rankings. So DeChambeau treats the live events as almost practice or warm-up events for majors. He may not have said that exactly, but that's just kind of the sense you get from him. I'm from Texas, so obviously root for guys like DeChambeau and Spieth and Scotty, since they were also from Texas. Really would like to see Spieth make a comeback and win a couple more majors, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. He's had so many changes in his game since he was so good that I feel like it's hard for him to get back to where he once was. But maybe he will someday. This week he started okay. Earlier he was even, a couple under at the start of his round. Again, I've been practicing, so I haven't seen how exactly it all finished. But yeah, he's at least put himself in an okay spot after round one. How many votes so far? Still 48. If you haven't voted in the poll, please vote. Tell me who you think will be the Open champion, the champion golfer of the year this year. In that poll, we have Shane, JT, Xander, and then the field. I think it's a very good poll. Very good odds if you take the field, I feel like, honestly, because I only have played one round. There's obviously going to be somebody that charges up tomorrow morning, probably. And obviously there's like some sleeper picks that obviously not many people are thinking about at the moment, but they could potentially get into contention and be the co-leader after 36, like Alex Noren going to the Olympics. He's obviously somebody that you haven't seen be on the top of the leaderboard in a big tournament in a little bit, but he's always good for good lead or a good couple first rounds, and maybe it's just his week. You never know. It shall be interesting. But leaderboard, it's obviously shaping up to be a very close tournament. It's definitely going to come down all the way to the wire, I feel like. Maybe even like 3 guys at the end for the win. What's up? Who's leading it in there?
Huh?
Who's leading in there now?
Still Lowry. I think another guy's running.
Who?
Round.
Oh.
We'll go get them. Come on, Callie.
Already?
Callie, you coming? Let's go. Didn't Hank out here if you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him. No, I haven't seen him. I thought he was in the house. Sorry about that. That was Sorry about that. That was with my dad. He came out hitting little range pasture thing that's right by my house. So get out here, really work on my game. He said Lowry's at 4 under, and then Brown, guy I've never heard of. I'm not sure what his first name is, but he's also 4 under. So newcomer. Obviously, there's always one of those in a major. It's usually somebody different. I'm thinking he's going to be kind of like a Michael Block type of person. I've never seen his name up there, but he's up there this week, and I bet he finishes top 5, top 10. Guys like that they usually can't quite close the deal when it comes to Saturday and Sunday, but you never know, maybe he does. But Lowry's still leading at 4. Obviously you have JT, and then I haven't looked at it in a while, but I figured Xander's somewhere up there close still. Got like 3 balls left here, and then probably wrap this up. Been a good little wedge practice session / podcast, whatever you want to call this little thing. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, listening to my opinions on the Open. Again, if y'all want to subscribe to the channel, that's huge for me. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, almost halfway there. It's kind of my goal by doing these live streams, is to try to gain as many subscribers as I can. So if y'all want to, y'all can drop a sub, and yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see how the rest of the week plays out at the Open. Obviously gonna be a great championship, as it always is. I guess we'll just see who can finish it out and take home the claret jug. We shall see who can do that. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Last chance to vote in the poll before it ends. Yeah, thanks for all the support. If y'all do want to, y'all can subscribe. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Tomorrow morning, I'll be reacting to the Open Live. Have another live stream tomorrow morning, about 6 to 7 Central Time in America, somewhere in there. Be watching the mid to later groups. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.